Of course, by now you all know I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3. I've beaten the game maybe like 15 times. We got a story about wokeness. This is from Bounding into Comics. It's from last week. Nexus Mods removes Baldur's Gate 3 Dame Aelin gender swap mod because it erased character's original lesbian romance. We are for inclusivity. We are for diversity. Whoa. Okay, for those that don't know or care about Baldur's Gate, let me start from the beginning because this story is wild. So we get a new video game that comes out. I think came out what, like, was it August or October? I don't know. It's called Baldur's Gate 3. It's an RPG video game. There's multiple characters, multiple storylines. You can customize your character, make them whatever you want. And the game is fairly woke. It's not overly woke. It's kind of fine, but there's woke elements in it. One of the issues that I took with it right away is that when you're making your character, you have the option to choose between body types, not male or female, and gender identity and non-binary, which is just silly because there's certain dialogue in the beginning of the game that for no reason and in a strange context result in a guy referring to you as a man or a woman. Like, it's just, nobody talks that way, but sure, fine, whatever. But the bigger issue is that when it comes to video game character creation, you will want to make an avatar that represents you or represents a character you want to play. I don't think that means, like, it's kind of weird to me, actually, that people think they're playing themselves. Like when they do a custom character, like, this is me. And I'm like, I mean, there's male and female characters preset in the game. You can choose to play as and follow their storyline. Make whatever character you want. I don't care. The issue is, because all of the woke stuff creates this non-binary gender spectrum, you can click randomize character. And normally that's what I would do. Like when I play games like Fallout, I'm just give me a dude, make him whatever. And then it makes like a random guy and I'm like, there you go. But in this game, it'll give you like basically an amalgam of a man and a woman, no matter what you do. Because it just creates like weird characters, like brutish male faces on female bodies and things like that. Ian Crossland called it making abominations. I mean, you got to see it. Like purple-haired orc with like man face with big teeth and gigantic boobs. And it just like, okay, whatever, man. Separate the male and the female character creation. That's what I'm saying. But, fine, whatever. So here's what happens. In the video game, there's a character named Dame Aelin. And I despise the character. The character is self-righteous, and it makes sense. Like, spoiler alerts. So in the video game, there's this character, immortal, daughter of a god, lesbian, and trapped in this void for 100 years. Because she's immortal, they trap her in something called the soul cage, so that whenever this dude is bonded to her, so if someone tries to kill him, he regenerates using her immortality. That's the story. Welcome to the game. You can free her or kill her. If you free her, it turns out that she's actually in a lesbian romance with a young woman who is resurrected. Now, look, I really don't care. It does seem a little ham-fisted and out of place in the story, like it doesn't need to happen, and you're like, okay, we got it. Like, so, but anyway, this character kind of sucks. And again, I suppose if you're in prison for 100 years in solitary confinement, your mind would break too. But she's just like this insufferable character. So anyway, here's what happens. Somebody decides to modify the game to create something called the Sir Aelin mod, where you can see here, you have this female with long hair. And what they did was they made it into a dude. And it's actually great work. I mean, this character in the beginning has a beard and then later on doesn't. So someone did all the voice acting. And then the other thing too is there are modifications made to the game where other characters referencing Dame Aelin will say he instead of she. Nexus Mods, which is a location where you can download game modifications. So if you're playing on PC or whether or not you can do this on PlayStation, I don't know. I think they have mods now. But if you want to modify games, people will develop programs that can change your video game in certain ways. So one of the things I did with Baldur's Gate after I beat it 800 times is I added a level modifier so that the level cap of how strong your characters can be increases, and then you can play the game in different ways. It makes the game more fun. It makes the game last forever. This modification turned the lesbian character into a dude, making the relationship heterosexual. I will point out the one funny thing here is that the armor design still has like like boob plates. I don't want to say breastplates because like armor has breastplates, but no, it's got like outright boobs. So like here's a guy wearing this armor and there's boobs. So it's like whatever. But let me play a little bit so you can see exactly what the game is like. And let me make sure we get the audio.
Forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you must excuse us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
We must take succor in each other's bodies and words. I love it. So the character is super insufferable. When you first rescue Dame Aelin and like this whole scene happens, she's like, well, actually, let me just show you. Because even like this version.
I am resplendent.
Yeah, that's right. Ego much? I am resplendent. And there you can see his armor has boobs on it. So they tried, they did what they could. And all the mod does is make Dame Aelin into Sir Aelin. They didn't say anything else about it. But Nexus Mods was offended because they said it's taking diversity out of the game. Dude, if you... I love this. Dame Aelin and Isabel celebrate their reunion with a kiss. Sorry, I don't like it. I really don't. I gotta be completely honest. I don't like any of the sex stuff in Baldur's Gate. I think it is in poor taste, ham-fisted, and stupid. One of the big complaints about the game was that whenever you meet a character, they're like trying to have sex with you. And everyone's like, dude, I just want to fight dragons, man. I play this. I don't know about Baldur's Gate 1 or 2. I never played them. I play Baldur's Gate 3. It's a new game. Fine. Here's what I'm looking to do. You can play as like a vampire guy or a warlock guy with one eye or this like cleric who worships like this dark goddess. Or you can make your own character. You can play the son of a dark god or whatever. And I'm like, or the child of a dark god or whatever. And I'm just, let's explore the game and see what's up and fight goblins and ogres and do that silly video game stuff. It's a strategy game, so it's kind of fun. You make your characters, you build out your characters, you can multi-class, give special abilities. It's strategic. You can say, I want a character who's good at this thing and good at this thing, and these games like this are fun. That's all I want. The game is basically, you have this overhead view of your characters, and then everyone takes turn fighting on this battlefield. And so you have your 4 characters. You could do mods to have more, but you could have between 1 and 4 characters. You choose the actions they take, and you're basically playing what I would describe as like an advanced version of chess. Like you move a character here, he does this move, and you get it. You get RPGs. That's all I care about. So when I'm playing this game, and I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden some character's like, let us go and sleep together now. I'm like, oh, come on. Can I skip this? And it happens a lot. In fact, there's one point in the game where you go to the house of the devil. He's not like the devil. There's a bunch of different devils, but he's one of the devils because there's like 9. And you go to his house, and you have the option of killing his I don't know, his sex slave or something, or having sex with the incubus. It's I don't know if it's an incubus or a succubus because it shapeshifts or whatever. But I'm like, this is so unnecessary, dude. It is the worst thing in the game. I tell you, if there was one mod that I would totally go for is remove all romance from the game. No character romances. No Dame Aelin and Isabel. They just don't kiss at all. They're friends. That's all. And nobody has a relationship because it's pointless. Changes nothing. And you know what the biggest letdown was? It's like, finally, okay, fine. I'll have this character and this character romance. It's like Shadowheart and Asterion. And at the end, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't change the ending. It was a big waste of time. And this is what you get. They said they banned the mod and the user because they said the mod was antithetical to their operating principles of diversity and inclusivity. Dude, it's a video game mod. Are you nuts? That's crazy. That's just so crazy. Through the course of adventure, you learn about this character, blah, blah, blah. She's completely insufferable. I hate them both. And they removed it. There you go. It's funny because it seems like most players are of the mindset of like, dude, use the mod if you want to use the mod. Who cares? But you see, the thing is, they want to propagandize. They want you to be forced to see a lesbian relationship. I got to be honest. I don't care if it's lesbian, straight, gay, whatever. I don't like any of it. I just want my angel lady to fight the evil elf guy. That's it. They don't need to like make out or anything. This is what pisses me off about so much wokeness is they have to make you have sex with everything in this game. I heard the same thing about Starfield too, and I'm like, dude, make me a mod that removes all romance from every element of the game. Be done with it. Now, I got no problem if there's characters in the game, they're like a married couple and they have kids, because that happens too. But it's just so stupid. After the first act with Minthara, it's like, she just is like, now we will go share our bodies. And it's like, oh, shut up, man. Dude, I just want the drow lady to kill the tiefling guy. I don't want to have to have sex parties afterwards. This game is so frustrating in that regard. But if you ignore it, it's still a very fun game. And for the most part, you can choose to ignore that component of it. However, it is stupid. And it's really funny how, like they said, originally when the game came out, everybody was just banging everybody. And they got so much backlash. They were like, oh, it's a bug. It was an accident. No, it wasn't. That's what they intended. Creepos. Anyway, the issue isn't so much with Baldur's Gate. Fine, they can make these things in the game. But Nexus mods. Yo, you guys have lost your minds. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 4 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.